Local man Mr. PSX here, having taken a look at something I'm sure some people would like to ban for some idiotic reason due to things. In this case, it's the Japanese/Soviet collaboration Dersu Uzala 1975 with this here copy of it. I want to preface this by saying that this disc is a DVD 9, meaning it's a dual layer disc. Here's even some stats of it. As we can see, it's dated February 18, 2005, and that it's a region-free disc being in PAL format. Many local small publisher releases in my area and in Nordic area are actually region-free for whatever reason. Okay, the movie itself was interesting, and comparing it to the book I'm also having was interesting. There's some changes done, like Dersu shooting that Amba, which is a flashback in the book, but just happens in the current time in the movie. This is how you know I really took looks at these. You can verify it yourselves if you have them as well. Now, the release. This is the worse Finnish release of it. I don't have the better one, but I've heard that we'll get to that. But this release. This is the menu screen. Oof. Okay, the audio in original Russian didn't bother me being mono, despite being in a bitrate wasting stereo container. It's 224 kbps, which is 112 kbps per channel. Now had that been 224 kbps mono, you see where I'm going, I hope, but it sounded just fine to me. The chapters changes exactly at every 10-minute mark. Now the image, it sucks. For a DVD release, it's just some odd tape transferred to a DVD 9 disc. I've heard a theory, but can't confirm that it's the tape of Yle. That means a general radio. Another name can be Finnish Broadcasting Company, you know, that firm which broadcasts its own propaganda for us, like your own having its own in your own area. Just think about that. The tape, it has some ancient tech artifacts and such, and other issues. There's dirt and grain in the print, but that stuff doesn't bother me, especially the grain, as that's literally the image being the image. No grain, no film image. I actually don't mind all that, but what I do mind is that if only the aspect ratio would be correct, even if it would be the way the first scene is shown, squeezed into a 4:3 frame, it's mostly seen in pan and scan, and it's a badly made pan and scan. Take for instance this. You're seeing this a lot here. Another example is this. Then there's this one. Guess the point from where this is taken, and the subtitles burned in. On top of that, sometimes it appears way too early or way too late. There are two instances where the subtitle of the current point literally shows up for one frame. This instance here and this instance here. Here's some examples of the stuff that happens with the image. This is how the opening logo looks like, and the first bit of text you see. This is the first instance of a year being displayed, along with the name of the area. Just look how squeezed it all looks here. This is the title screen and another year display. Then it gets interesting as this happens. You're seeing it slowed down, but it happens during a few single frames. There's a cut when the year changes. The switch to a squeeze is instantaneous. Then this happens again, quite fast. It switches to a squeeze the final time when the credits begin. Again fast. The end screen is here. Then you see this for a bit, then this for a bit, and we're back at the menu screen. Then there's some frames showing damage in the master tape. I'm gonna have a montage of them right now here. you might have noticed that the image seems somewhat cropped from the right side despite all the squeezing. The movie itself is quite nice. Plus, I could relate to Dersu himself a bit. I mean, yeah, why pay for wood and water when you can chop them trees down and get water from a river or some other place, to give an example. But seriously, pan and scan really hurts it. Like it hurts absolutely everything. Same deal if someone takes a 4x3 image, crops the top and bottom to fit it to a 16:9 screen and then moves it around. It destroys the thing, no matter if some madman actually likes it, and if you do, I'd like to know why, and getting something other than giving the screen full get excuse. That's usually what you all say, and outside that, nothing. I'd really like to see how the better Finnish release from 2007 of this is, since I've heard some things from it, such as the correct aspect ratio being a thing with that. Now, I know you're all saying I would have watched the thing on HD on YouTube with English subtitles, but I wanted Finnish ones and suffered my way through this one. Now, as you already likely figured out, I don't mind the quality that much as long as the aspect ratio is correct and bitrate being enough. While the quality itself is nice, some techniques I just hate, such as removing grain and some dirt, as they usually involve questionable methods, such as copying and pasting from other frames. Just scan that crap at 72 FPS and use the different same frames from that, dammit, and leave some dirt in. It doesn't have to be perfect or look like digital video. If I want that, I go get some modern digital video crap. And holy hell, the wax look. Kill it. Now. Or else. But yeah, stay away from this release unless you're curious to see it yourselves. There are people selling it for way more than what it's worth. Me, you ask? I got it for free. Basically in mint condition as well. Other movies being in pan and scan I have are the following. God forgives, I don't. That's the US cut as well, mind you. Boot Hill. That's some US cut as well, mind you. This time in NTSC. It can be done, amigo. That's a pan and scan mangled to be in 2.35:1 proportions. Have an example. What the hell is this? Only opening credits look correct. All the way, boys. The infamous chopped salad. Slight crop to 2.20:1. My name is Nobody. Slight crop to 2.20:1. Soldier of Fortune. They called him Bulldozer. The Sheriff and the Satellite Kid. Why did you pick on me? Body Goes West. Cropped from 2.35:1 to 1.85:1. The Bomber. Miami Super Cups. Well, this release has the image just zoomed in a bit, just to give some examples. A few of those have better releases in my area, but not all of them do. And that was that. Goodbye, sirs, and all that jazzy stuff for now.